Money can be found in poetry, but poetry can't be found in money. Poetry is disarming in advertising. It takes more than the 3 seconds that most people give an advert for you to read it, absorb it, and process it. It is then parsed and projected by the reader. The goal is almost to disarm you. Is that if you spend more than 3 seconds viewing the advert, there's a good chance that it will stick with you longer. Poetry and advertising share a lot of the goals of wordplay. Writing and copy have taught me to be succinct with my words and to focus on the impact, the poems that move you, the ads that you can't get out of your head. Every word matters. Words must evoke an image, and at the end of the day, it is the humans behind that message at its center. Brands try to obscure the humanity, which is where poetry can fail in marketing. Sometimes it can masquerade correctly, but if a poem is written as though it was a brand, you can feel it. It's hollow and empty, and simply be a slogan or any other type of advertising. It's like when you hear music in an advert and you can feel it being degraded. I remember feeling this way about certain Beatles songs. But probably poems can get past this. If it's used respectfully, it might be able to be okay. It might just be because I'm older now, but generally now when I see it in advertising, it actually does feel like it's being perverted. But I didn't used to feel that way. Brands can co-opt existing poems very easily, especially when they are spoken in word form and you just present images of brands and other signal values. Apple is probably the most notorious for this, using the revolutionary brand signals of Martin Luther King and Einstein, throw in a poem someone else wrote about innovation, and you've stolen the soul of the poem and used it right in advertising. On Super Bowl Sunday, Coca-Cola debuted a new spot in the fourth quarter featuring an inclusive message in the form of an original poem by Wyden Kennedy copywriter Becca Wadlinger. Microsoft rolled out a 60-second ad featuring Academy Award winner Common reciting a poem about the power and possibility of artificial intelligence. A&E Networks unveiled a new brand campaign using an interactive film about storytelling and America with a poem by National Poetry Slam champion In Q. A David Morrissey narrated ad for McDonald's went, "The gothy types and scoffy types, and like their coffee frothy types, were just passing by." New York University had a poem on advertising. A man wakes up after sleeping under an advertised blanket on an advertised mattress, pulls off advertised pajamas, bathes in an advertised shower, shaves with an advertised razor, brushes his teeth with an advertised toothpaste, washes with advertised soap, puts on advertised clothes, drinks a cup of advertised coffee, drives to work in an advertised car, and then he refuses to advertise. He believes it doesn't pay. Later, when business is poor, he advertises it for sale. Why is that? I want to end on this thought concerning advertising. Free speech and free press doesn't mean that your iPhone will be given to you, or that you can go and be heard without spending any money.